And hundreds of people are at risk of being displaced following the announcement of a shelter in Stockton that's closing.
This week, officials laid out a new plan that they hope can protect the homeless and the surrounding community. ABC 10's Bridget Biorlo, that's her story this morning. She's in Stockton. So, Bridget, what's the plan here?
Well, just last night, the Stockton City Council voted unanimously to declare a local emergency for this issue. This to secure some funding and protect the 250 homeless people who rely on the services this shelter behind me here provides. It has provided them for 37 years. It is a nonprofit who depends on funding from the taxpayers, from the city, and they say they're just not getting it. So the operator says that they need to close by mid-August due to what they're calling high operational costs. But this means the hundreds of people who have relied on the housing and the services here are in limbo. They don't know where they're going to go next. So the city is trying to come up with some backup solutions. Their first idea, they're calling on the shelter operator to allow another community group like St. Mary's Dining Room, which already volunteered for this, to take over the sublease of the property. That hasn't happened yet because the operator has not signed off on the deal. Still, the city manager says no matter what happens, they will find a way to make sure shelter and services will continue to be provided in Stockton. Take a listen.
It was sudden, it was unanticipated, and it was quite abrupt. As city manager, I have to take it very seriously. If the property is not vacated, staff will work with our nonprofit partners to temporarily house our unsheltered population.
This is a moment we must meet, and this is a moment we will meet. Whenever our community faces challenges, we step up, we unify.
And we reached out to the Stockton Homeless Union, still waiting to hear back from them to hear what they would like to see happen next. The mayor you heard from just there says that he will use every resource at his disposal to make sure the homeless are taken care of, even if that means opening up community centers on a temporary basis to house the homeless. As you can see, there's people behind me here who are going to this shelter, and they are in a standstill, Walt. They don't know what the plan is ahead.
Yeah, it's a tough situation that a lot of cities face, Bridget. And as you know, Stockton doesn't have like a lot of disposable income. And what they're talking about now is temporary solutions until something formally or permanently can be done. What about the folks at the shelter? How are they officially responding here?
Well, it sounds like, Walt, from the attorney who we heard from, it sounds like they wanted to keep on going, but they were denied funding from the city. They say they were cut off. They are calling it being financially strangled by the city. So they were ultimately forced to close because they just can't afford to keep on running. So we'll see if anyone takes the place of this lease. It is a nice building, as you see the white building behind me, plenty of room, can house 250 people. They just need the funding stream to keep it going.
All right, we'll just see if and when that funding pops up for a permanent solution, or at least a long-lasting one. Bridget, thank you.